What is up, guys? Welcome back to Let's Talk MMA. Thank y'all for joining another live. As always, I'm Colby.
Broddie, and welcome back to the only channel where picks and bets are the same thing.
You heard the man. And we're here to break it down again for you, like we do every week. You guys know how this goes. It's Wednesday. Get our early predictions. We'll tell you a little bit about these fighters. A little bit that we do know. There's a lot of newcomers this week, Broddie. A lot of newcomers again this week, like there was last week. And I'm liking some of them. So let's get right into this. Up first, we got Marina Spasic going up against Stephanie Luciano. What do you know about Spasic? Because I know what Luciano is going to be looking to do here.
Second. Alright. So I'm not gonna lie, I kind of started from the top down researching. I know very little right now about Spastic. But I do know one thing.
Learn to get it.
She's really not on Stephanie Luciano's level. I can let you know that much.
Fighting an Armada in Brave CF. We'll never turn off ad blocker.
So Spastic's got 6 KO wins, but they're against, like low-level women's comp. 6-4, 0-1, 5-2, 5-2. I mean, it's not UFC level women she's beating. Stephanie Luciano has gone tooth and nail with Sam Hughes.
Who's tough? Sam's really tough.
Tooth and nail with Sam Hughes. She picked up a win over Talita Alencar. She subbed out Ravina Oliveira. Like, she might have lost to Sam Hughes, but it was a split decision. Sam Hughes is tough as hell. She's a dog. The win over Alencar is a good win. Showed her grappling skills are up the chop. Like, I don't see a world where Stephanie Luciano loses this fight. I think she's gonna come in and probably sub her.
I think
Maybe knock her out.
I was kind of thinking the sub too. She did get a sub in her last fight, and like you said, there's levels to this. Luciano, she's not the greatest fighter in the world. She's not an Amanda Nunes type level. But she, she has UFC experience.
I think that she can just win this because she's coming off a knockout win before, and a knockout here, and a knockout here. Like, she's not gonna. She seems like a moment type of fighter. She's not going to be winning the minutes. Luciano is very smart. She has good IQ in that octagon. She knows what she's doing in there.
She beat Talita Alencar too. Like, that's a good win. Sam Hughes, not a bad loss. Ravina Oliveira, I don't think she's in the UFC anymore, honestly. She might be, but
I think that was her last fight, Ravina. She got subbed out.
Your audio's cutting in and out a little bit here and there, just so you know. But yeah, I don't want to spend too much time on this first fight, but I do think Stephanie Luciano definitely live for the sub. Probably going to be leaning decision. I don't think I'm really going to be betting it. I mean, our picks and bets are the same, so we always throw up like, a couple small ones and a full card, all that, but I'm not going to be touching this a whole lot. It's the first fight, women's fight, minus 280 on Tapology, so give me Luciano sub or decision.
Favorite too. I honestly think she finds a way to finish this fight. There are levels to this game, and
6 years younger
shows that the striking was on point, and she was able to nullify Alencar's grappling. The loss to Sam Hughes, that was a close, but honestly, that was close. That could have went either way. Subbing Ravina Oliveira, and then I think Ravina then went up a weight class due to that, and then got knocked out by Dyer. Yeah, these are just better opponents. I mean, not Ravina, but like the Sam Hughes, the Alencar. Those are better opponents than anyone I believe Spastic has faced. So it's a huge jump for Spastic. UFC Bright Lights debut, first fight of the card.
I think she's from there. So she's probably going to have... I could be wrong. I think she's from there, though.
From Serbia.
Yeah.
It's gonna be nerve-wracking for her. I
Exactly.
just don't see her getting this win.
Me neither. Moving up, I think a much easier one to pick. We got Jovan Leka going up against Alexander Popek. Jovan Leka was supposed to be facing off with Max Gimenez. If you guys remember, that was one of the dudes Josh Hockett absolutely ran through and knocked out. So much easier fight on the side of Jordan Leka for this one. Alexander Popek is actually a light heavyweight. You could see he last weighed in at 205.9. He's moving up to heavyweight on short notice. And Jovan Leka, man, he cuts weight to make 265. He's a big boy. He's a real heavyweight. Like, this is no joke, you know? No joke, you know. Big KOs, gets submissions, he wins all around. I don't see a way where Popek wins this fight. You know, Popek's decent in his own respect. He's got big power. He's strong. He's a good boxer, but it just sometimes size matters. I was saying that earlier. And Leka is, I'm telling you guys, when you see them face off, he's going to be twice the size of him. He's huge. He's huge. What are you going to do? Sub him? He doesn't have a neck. He's not going to knock him out because this dude's used to being hit by legit heavyweights. And I'm very shocked that Leka's only a minus 225. I can't believe he's not like a minus 1,000. Props to you if you're betting Popek, but I do not see that happening. He's a big boy.
Yeah, no, I think it's gonna be another quick. This might be one of the quickest fights on the card. I think Leka's gonna come in and end it early round 2 or late round 1.
That's exactly what I'm thinking.
Like, Alexander Popek is on such a short notice for this fight. Such a short notice, man. And like you said, Leka's a real heavyweight. I just see the harder punches coming from him. He's skilled on the ground too. He knows what he's doing with his BJJ. So this fight makes it to the ground. I'm still confident in him. I like Leka this entire fight, winning rounds 1 or 2.
Leka's so active too, man.
I was thinking sub, but you're usually right about these accidental
KOs.
So if you think there's gonna be one here, I'm gonna follow you.
I think so, dude. Like, he's just so big. Like, look at this. Since March 1st, 2025, right? So last year, March 1st, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fights. 6 fights in a year and a half. Going on to 7. This will be his 7th fight in a year and a half. He's active. And he's winning, too. He's winning all of them. His last loss was 2024. And then before that, his last loss was 2022. Won on Contender Series. Oh, actually, he did fight 7 times because he won on Contender Series, too. So this would be his 8th fight in a year and a half.
Yeah, Leka.
Yeah.
Leka should be the easy choice here,
Yeah.
easy pick.
Moving up, we got Nina Milosevic going up against Haley Cohen. And honestly, I really didn't do a whole lot of research for this fight because I just don't think Haley Cohen is UFC level by any means. Like, here, we'll take a look at this together, right? Haley
You don't
Cohen
have to do research for this fight.
No. Lost to Alice Pereira. She was looking all right for the first, 2 minutes of the fight. I was like, damn, okay, I didn't expect that. And then it was like, okay, yeah, there it goes. Lost to Nora Cornwell by rear naked choke. She's getting finished. Lost to Jamie Lynn Horth. Last wins in 2022, almost 4 years ago to the day of the fight. Nina. Coming off of a decision win. KO win round 1. KO win round 1. Decision win. KO win round 1. So, what do you think is going to happen? I think Nina's probably going to knock her out in the first round. So, give me Nina KO on that. Haley's just not UFC level. And if you disagree with me, let me know why.
You're taking the KO.
Yeah. She just got knocked out by Pereira.
True.
Poatan knocked her out. That was a disgusting knee, too, actually. I remember that now. That was a nasty
But
knee.
before that, she was also subbed by Nora.
Yeah, and this girl either gets a knockout or a decision. She has
So
subs, but her last like 5 fights, it's decision, knockout round one, knockout round one, decision, knockout round one, knockout round one, decision, rear naked choke round three. So if her knockouts are in the first round, typically. Before that, she's a couple round two,
yeah, her subs only round 3.
2 and 3. No round
I
one
got a 1 and
subs.
3.
Oh, you found a
There's a
one.
1 and 3.
Didn't scroll far enough. I think just Nina by however she wants.
I mean, I don't think Cowan's all that great. She's not good. Damn. It's just how does she lose this fight?
I think she gets chinned.
I think she gets. You're going chin. I'm gonna go sub.
5 years younger. She's gonna have a 4-inch reach advantage, like Haley is. So Nina's gonna be fighting in the pocket. She's gonna fucking blast her.
Wait, Haley has the reach advantage.
Haley does. So Nina's gonna be fighting in the pocket. Bow, 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 bow. See you later, Haley Cohen. See you later, Haley Cohen.
She shoots a takedown, gets her to the ground.
Ground and pound. That's where their KOs are.
I'm gonna take the sub there. I think.
We'll find out Saturday night. But both of us on Nina inside the distance. We'll look at the odds on Friday with you guys. You can see the money line right now, Topology. Nina's a huge favorite.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with the sub.
We'll look at everything Friday for you guys. All right. You start this one. We're very back and forth on this one. Let me full screen this for you guys.
What fight? Oh, it's this fight.
Yep.
All right, guys. We got Mateusz Rebecki and Kyle Prepolek. Mateusz Rebecki is a 20-5 fighter. He is 1-4 in his last 5, fighting out of Poland. He's 33 years old. Meanwhile, Kyle Prepolek is 18-10 in his career. He is 3-2 in his last 5, fighting out of Canada. He is 36 years old. Now, I am back and forth on this. We all know Rebecki bleeds like a mother effer. You touch him twice, he's going to start pouring blood. That worries me. Another thing that worries me, Kyle's weak chin. Kyle's not the greatest. He was dominated in the grappling by BSD, and then he was eventually knocked out by Drew Dober. Once Dober realized he had to get the knockout to win, there was no more point striking to win that fight. Kyle was also kicked very hard in the balls. That could have affected him.
It could have.
Probably
Could
probably
have.
did
It
affect.
was a minute before he got knocked out.
All right, Kyle Prepolek has also been training with Sean Strickland as of recently, and there's a thing about training with Strickland. I don't think Sean Strickland makes you better as a fighter. You kind of just like brawl with him, and
It
I don't
makes
think
you
it's gonna be good.
tougher.
I don't know if that's good for Kyle's chin. I don't. I don't think brawling with Sean Strickland just to try to get tougher is what you need.
That's not confirmed. That's not confirmed that that's what the
True.
training was.
That's what the rumors are. I don't think that's what you need. Rebecki is just stupid though. He's on the low fighter IQ list that I have. All right, he will engage in what his opponent wants to do. They want to grapple, he will grapple. The dumbest thing he did against Grant Dawson was grapple him. The dumbest thing. All he had to do was strike. A second dumb thing was not standing up when Klein had a broken ankle. All you had to do was stand up, you win the fight.
Yeah.
Nah, you wanted to go to the decision.
The ref would have won. You get up. I can't.
This is a dumb fighter. His greatest win in the UFC is a split decision win to Mitabek Oralbai. It's hard to say his first name.
That was a crazy split, like a hair, like split it with a hair. That was a crazy
Yeah,
fight.
it went either way. That's his greatest win in the UFC. But then you got Kyle Prepolek, who I don't think has a freaking win in the UFC.
Bro,
And this is his second stint. He has no wins in the UFC.
I know it's all what ifs, But I am so
He was
confident
good.
he doesn't get hooked in the nuts. He knocks out Drew Dober within that round or the next round. He was piecing boy up so
He was.
bad, and Dober is
What?
such a good boxer, dude. And if he was doing I know it's all what ifs, and I know it's hearsay. Like I'm always the one to say that. I understand. But if he does to Rebecca what he did to Dober in the first round, there will be probably a fucking doctor stoppage before the second round.
That's the thing. Dolbert didn't really grapple. Rebecca might lean on that a little bit more,
But have we
especially
ever
being
seen him stick
thirsty.
to the game plan? That's the problem. He never fucking fights the right way. He flips a coin, heads I win, oh nope, tails I lose every single time.
He never sticks to the game
No.
plan. He will always play what his opponent wants to do. You want to strike, he'll strike. He won't go start grappling, so he'll start grappling usually. He doesn't really stick to what the game plan seems to be. This is like I said, a dumb fighter that bleeds a lot. And I keep trying to talk myself into picking him, but I'm slowly thinking about Kyle. But what worries me, I don't think training with Sean Strickland is good for anybody. Except Sean
He
Strickland.
could have been training wrestling with Sean Strickland. But like we don't
Maybe.
know what he was. Let me check his Instagram right now. Let me check his Instagram right now. And let's see if there's any
Because I know
training
Rebecca
footage.
can wrestle. He was doing good against Dawson until Dawson subbed him.
Kyle Prepelec, let's see.
He was doing good against Duncan in the grappling. He was doing good with Klein in grappling. Did great with Autobot in grappling. And I just don't know if I see a world where a dude who beat Autobot then loses to Kyle Prepelec.
But dude, he lost. Okay, so he beats Oralby, but then he lost to
I know, he lost to Chris Duncan, Ludovic
Chris
Klein.
Duncan, Ludovic Klein, and fucking Grant Dawson.
He went from being like this world beater, this ass kicker, to getting
He
destroyed.
he also almost lost to Grant Dawson in the first 20 seconds of that fight. He got kicked in the head and split wide open in like
Like I said, all
16
it takes is
seconds into
one
the
shot.
fight.
He bleeds
Bad.
very easily.
And I think, dude, Prepelec's boxing just looked so good against Dober. I don't see any training footage, by the way. Um, just looked so good against Dober, and if he does what he did to him, like there'll probably literally be a fucking doctor stoppage in between rounds. I'm checking Strickland's. No, there's nothing. I don't know. He's 1-4 in his last five. He bleeds so bad. So if it goes to a decision, like it's like, okay, they might care about the wrestling, but damage is the main factor. And every time he goes to a decision, he literally looks like he just came out of a fucking battlefield. He looks like he got hit by an IED.
I just don't know if I can trust Kyle's chin.
If Rebecca's
Dober
gonna catch him, it would be early. But
Dober
Dober,
proved that if you put some pressure on in the power in it, you can knock him out.
but that doesn't, dude. You gotta go watch the sequence though. It was literally he got hooked in the nuts so bad, and then a minute later they made him start fighting, and then he got knocked out. Like he didn't even get a full 5 minutes to recover. He got kicked in the nuts bad. Like, and he was piecing Drew Dober up too. Drew Dober just has a hell of a chin, literally and figuratively. Pick what you're gonna pick. I don't want to like. I'm not trying to talk you out of it.
Rebecca.
I'm just really giving you my peace of
I'm
mind
taking
on it.
Rebecca.
And I think
And
the fact that he's a plus 280 is crazy.
I think Rebecca might knock him out, man.
We'll
I'm
see.
thinking Rebecca.
I think Rebecca's gonna be 5-0 in his last five and lose his job after this, or 4-1 in his last five, lose his job after this. We'll see. We'll see how they look on the scales and everything.
I think Rebecca's getting
Prepelec's gonna be taller than him. He's got a reach advantage. I think he just opens him up early, and we'll see. We'll see. I want to see him on the scales.
So how do you think Kyle wins it?
Knockout or decision. Probably knockout. Probably doctor's stoppage knockout. I don't know what the commission is like here because they've never been here. It's not going to be the normal commission. They could be way more likely to stop it. They could be way less likely to stop it. I feel like they're
I
going to
think
be
the
more primal because of where they are. But end of the day, damage matters the most, and I think if it goes to the scorecards, Rebecca's going to be fucking busted up bad.
I think if it goes to the scorecards, Prepelek's gonna get screwed.
Is Rebecca from there? He's
He's
from
from
like that
Poland.
region, yeah.
Right nearby.
We'll see. I want to see him on the scales tomorrow or Friday, whenever they do it. You got anything else for that one?
Not really. Pick your poison with either side.
Yeah.
It's a rough one.
I'm very
Rebecca,
surprised he's a
easy.
fucking minus 350 though.
Rebecca will fight for your money. He's a tank. He's just very stupid and he bleeds easy. Prepelek never won a UFC fight. That's all I really gotta say. Working with Strickland, I don't think is probably good for anybody but Sean Strickland. Unless you learn how to jab and teep. But if you're in the UFC and don't know how to jab and teep, you probably shouldn't be in the UFC. Yeah, that's what I say on that. Pick your poison.
I mean, Sean Strickland's a world champion, man.
Yeah, but he knows how to jab and teep. That's why he's in the UFC.
Yeah, but he also knows how to counter wrestle. He knows how to shut other styles down. You shut Izzy down. You
True.
shut Hamzat's
True.
wrestling down. Like, people joke about it, but you can't sit here and say he's not one of the best fighters in the world. He's been a champion 2 times for a reason.
He is one of the best in the world in one of the goofiest divisions that there is. I will never stop saying that is the most goofiest division. And I am so pissed we will never get to see RDR versus DDP.
Yeah, not unless DDP goes up. They're doing RDR versus Delidze, guys. They're doing a middleweight fight at light heavyweight.
That pisses me off, man.
I'm like, bro, give him like if you're gonna do that, give him the Bobby Knuckles rematch.
That'd be awesome. Dude, that would be worth it.
That's what you do if you're gonna make a middleweight fight. Give him Paulo Costa. Give him fucking Yeti. I don't want to stray too far. I want to see Yuri fight soon, though. I miss my boy. All right, moving up. We got Bogdangrad going up against Denis Bazookia. Both of them coming off of pretty bad knockouts in their last fight. Bogdangrad coming off a knockout to Luke Riley. Denis Bazookia coming off a knockout to like his name, Ribeiro, right?
Mauricio Barbosa.
Mauricio Barbosa, that's right. Both of them really, really bad knockouts. Dennis's came like a minute and a half into the first round, so it's hard to see how well he was doing in that fight. Bogdangrad was beating Luke Riley with the wrestling in the first round of that fight, and then he got caught in the second round. Both, like I said, both of them got put out really bad, but Denis Bazookia got put out 3.5 months ago, and Bogdangrad has taken, when was this? 8 months off. So a lot better for the recovery. I think Bogdangrad, let me see, what's he in his last 5? Like 3-2?
Yep.
Yeah, 3-2 in his last 5. Went over Michael Aswell Jr.'s not bad. Lost to Muhammad Naimov's not terrible. Lost to Luke Riley, I don't think is bad. Dennis Bazooka is 4-1 in his last 5. Last time he won was Connor Matthews. Lost to Marshall, Bobby, and Barbosa. I think Bogdangrad's is the better striker. I don't think he's going to be looking to do anything flashy. He never does. But I think he's just faster. I think he hits harder. I think he's just the more technical striker. I think he has better wrestling. I think he has better MMA wrestling. And I just think he's an overall better fighter than Denis Bazookia. I don't know if I think Bogdan finishes him. I mean, maybe. And he's 6 in the first round. Okay. The thing is, I'm not going to sit here and say Denis Bazooka's like terrible. Like the knockout, if you haven't seen it, it was a really, really clean knockout. And the thing I'll give him in that knockout is he throws a left hook And as he throws the hook, he did have his right hand right here, and he just kind of got caught right on the chin, right around his guard. So he wasn't being defensively stupid. Bogdan's not the most defensively sound fighter, but I'm not going to sit here and say he has the worst defense either. Um, and I just like Bogdan as a fighter. I think he's entertaining, and I think he's going to win this fight by knockout or decision. But I think I'm leaning knockout, honestly. I think old boy's coming back a little too early. He got knocked out really, really, really bad to be coming back in 3 months.
I was saying Bazooka since I saw this fight announced, and as we get closer, I get worried. Rewatching some videos, highlighting some tape. I mean, yeah, Bogdan was put up by Luke Riley, but Luke Riley seems to be starching everybody but Michael Aswell. And there will be a time where Michael Aswell will get
Who
starched
Bogdan
by
beat?
somebody. Bogdan did beat him. It was a split. Which
Mm-hmm.
not aging the best because I think Aswell's only win is against Almeida, who had a broken hand.
Something like that, yeah.
Um, but even Riley couldn't knock out Aswell. So Aswell is tough. But Bogdan got put down in round 2, like you said. And meanwhile, freaking on this other end, Bazooka has been facing. I'm surprised Francis didn't sub him, honestly. But dude's been facing guys that can just put the pressure on and put him out. And Bogdan's really great with the pressure. Riley didn't panic, and that's what kind of spared Riley's cardio. And when it got to round 2, Bogdan was already pretty gassed out. He was right open, and Riley saw the chance and just lit him up. Uh,
Nasty. I hated seeing that. I like Bogdan grab. That was nasty finish.
but like you said, Bazooka in his knockout, his most recent one, he was still trying to stay defensively sound. It just got past the guard. I feel like round 2, Bogdan had no guard. I'm worried about Bogdan's cardio. That's basically my main issue. Is he might come out try to be wrestle heavy and could just gas himself out. And Bazooka knows what he's doing. He's going. I mean, the Francis Marshall alone, the split there lets me know that his grappling is going to be okay. I remember that fight. I thought Francis was going to sub him so many times, but he knows how to stay safe, but not as safe as Riley did. Bogdan could win a weird decision here, but he could also finish him. Bazooka could finish Bogdan if he tires out. I'm having a real trouble with this fight, everybody. Uh,
Don't forget
if I
the
had,
big factor, man. I don't mean to interrupt, but Bazooka 3 months ago.
yeah, I know
That's
it
very,
was
very,
months.
very short time. That's like I need the money short time. That's very quick turner. He should be taking 9 months off to a
Apparently,
year.
he
Like
found God.
that. Oh god, that's good for him, but that's not gonna help with his concussions. That's the biggest thing I'm
Yeah,
worried about. I would have a different feeling on this fight if he took 10 months off and actually recovered his brain and trained. Like it was just such. It was like a bad, bad KO, dude. I showed you it earlier. He was literally just flat.
yeah. I rewatched it a few times.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might have to go grad. Um, could Bogdan sub him? I mean, it's a
He
possibility.
could, but I think Bogdan's gonna. I think he would not. I think he's gonna pressure him hard. I think Bazooka's gonna be
That's
very
I'm thinking
tentative.
the same thing. The next thing I was gonna say was if Marshall couldn't sub him, I think Marshall's grappling is probably better than Grad's.
Yeah,
Probably way better than Grad's. And if Marshall couldn't do it, I don't think Grad's gonna. If Grad wants a finish here, it's gonna have to be a knockout. Bazooka is pretty chinny.
I think Bazooka's gonna be overthinking his defense, and that's what's gonna get him caught. You can't overthink things. You have to just flow, trust yourself, and let it happen. I got a bad feeling he's gonna be overthinking everything, and he's gonna be overthinking it a little bit too much.
Yeah, I'll take the Grad KO. Bogdan does have some KO power on him.
He has some nice KOs too.
His first UFC win was a second round KO, so could possibly do it here against another opponent who's chinny, proven chinny.
Yeah.
We'll just have to see if Bogdan really carries that power or not. Because we know Luke Riley would definitely starch the hell out of Bazooka. There'd be no
Yes.
issue with it.
Yeah. Probably in the
So
first round.
this will be Bogdan's test of power if you can starch this dude or not. And I guess I'll take it. I'll say Bogdan won't be an idiot this fight, and he'll just strike and not wrestle and gas himself out. Bogdan KO.
Do it. All right, moving up, we got Mark Vologden going up against Borislav Nikolic. Mark Vologden,
Taking Nikolic.
yeah, Mark Vologden. What was he just fought John Castaneda, right? Yeah, he had a draw with John Castaneda. Before that, he had that crazy fight with Martinetti on the Contender Series. But you can have crazy fights and you can get draws, but you're not winning the fight, and he's very, very small for the division. Very, very small for the division. He's 5'3" with a 65-inch reach, fighting at 135. He should be fighting at 125. He should be a flyweight. The Borislav 6 inches taller than him. I think Borislav has a 72-inch reach, if I'm remembering right, which is nuts. 6-foot reach at 5'9". So he'll have like a 7-inch reach advantage over him. And Borislav's like a real bantamweight. He's a good size for the division. He gets knockouts. He's got some pretty nasty submissions. And I know Mark's tough and he's willing to press forward, but I think Borislav has no problem pressing forward himself. And I don't know if Mark gets knocked out. I don't know, it's tough because he's really, really tough. But he's just so small for the division, dude. He's never been knocked out, has he? Lost by sub. Sub him. I don't know what method I'm picking yet, but I am picking Borislav Nikolic regardless. I think Mark Vologden's just too small for the division.
Mark Vologden is a mini bowling ball. This man is tank built, and there's an issue for him because he's very small for this division. He could definitely make 125. He could probably make 115 if he really wanted to, if the UFC had a 115 class division. I see Vologden's too tough. Whatever steroids that he is using in his body and that has yet to pop for it is insane. But I think Nikolic tries to knock him out. Tries his hardest to knock him out. It not come because of the toughness of Vologden and whatever he's possibly on.
Yeah, like, dude, look at this picture of him. Like, he's fucking jacked. Look at this.
Vologden's huge.
That's no joke. Like, he's fucking jacked. But he looks huge from that angle, but he's tiny. He's teeny tiny for the division, dude. If he was fighting at 125, I think he would be a real problem. He could be a good contender at 125 and already stacked division.
He really could be fighting guys like Temirov. I think
that'd be a sick fight.
With like Ursay.
Oh, that'd be a sick fight. Him and Temirov.
Good for him down there, but this is not the right weight class for him, and he's gonna have a real time getting past Nikolic's range. And when Nikolic can't hurt Vologden the way he wants to, besides just making Vologden bleed because he is another bleeder, I think he's just going to go for a sub. Nikolic has plenty of subs under his belt. He knows what he's doing in the grappling department. And Vologden's, once he's tired and gassed and all that acid builds up in his muscles, he's going to be tired too quick. I think round 2 and 3 is going to be very live for Nikolic.
Yeah, no, I like it too. I like the sub. I don't see anybody knocking him out. Like, he's so tough. But he has been subbed. And I could see him getting subbed again.
That's what you do to the tough guys, right?
Yeah.
You just sub them.
You put him
You're
in a
like, all
full
right,
Nelson, you give him a little kiss on the head.
rag.
So yeah, we got Nikolic. We'll take a look at those prop odds Friday. Moving up, gotta throw this up for it. Lock of the night. Michael Oliveira KO, dude. Need I say less? Oban, tough as hell. Unfortunate matchmaking for him. I think Oban could bounce back after this loss and come back and fight some lower tiered fighters and still have some entertaining fights. But Michael Oliveira, man, woo, he's like a special ops fucking fighter, like the Brazilian army or something crazy like that. Coming off a disgusting knockout in the Contender Series. Where was he at? Oh my god, it says left hook, right hook, and hammer fists. It says like the whole thing for the finish. It's crazy. It just happened so fast. Left hook, right hook, and hammer fists. Yeah, he's that dude though. He's nasty. He and Oban just leaves himself so open. I really like Oban. I was a big fan of him. I'm still a fan of him. Like I don't hop off the wagon because they're losing, you know. But yeah, Michael Oliveira is probably knocking him out in the first round here. I think I'm very confident in that.
I will second that confidence. There's some patterns that I usually see, and when I see them, I like to bet pretty heavily on them. And one of them is fighters when they lose. How are they losing? And if I see a decision and then a submission loss next to each other, I usually see a KO next. And looks like Oban was just sub by Mikhailov. Before that, he lost a decision to Ko. Looks like this is where he gets knocked out. Oliveira, this dude 9 months ago got that knockout on the Contender Series, got his contract. He took his time. He developed his skills more. He got better, and now he's here to knock out Oban. Oban does have some good wrestling, but it's not the greatest. We saw what Ko can do. A better wrestler can hold Oban down. Oban's striking is pretty good, but even Michaela found a way to just nullify it, take him down, use the grappling. Oban's weakness right now seems to be the grappling. And if he's been working tooth and nail in that, I still don't think his striking is going to match up to Oliveira's. So I like the Oliveira KO. This dude is a killer. He's a monster. He's a military man. Got to support them.
Yeah, give me the round one KO, Michael Oliveira. Moving up, we got Ludovic Klein going up against Tafik Musayev. And Ludovic Klein coming off of a. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. The draw. Wait, what the hell is that? Oh, it was grappling. Never mind. I was like, what? Coming off a win to Mateusz Rebecki, that he absolutely could have lost if Rebecki had a
Got
brain.
up.
We were talking about that earlier. Before that, lost to Gamrot. Mateusz. Before that, getting a decision win. Couple of wins here, a couple of wins there. Big problem though. Gonna talk about Tafik for a second. Tafik is actually pretty well rounded. Good striker. He did cheat his way to a victory against Ignacio Bahamondes, I'm not gonna lie. Lost to Miktabek Orobai, but it's not a terrible loss. The problem here is that Ludovic Klein broke his ankle in his last fight pretty bad, and it was how long ago was that?
Couple months, right? 9 months. Wow,
October,
that's
9 months.
longer
Oh,
than I
yeah,
thought.
he did do a grappling match since then, but that's not the same. You're not getting kicked in the leg, you know. If Tafik comes out here and starts leg kicking him, it's gonna be a big problem early for him. That's not that long ago for a broken ankle. It's the same thing we were talking about earlier. It's just not a long recovery time. Ludovic's a good fighter, and Tafik's a good fighter, but I'm just so worried about that ankle, dude. I don't know. It's like hard for me to pick him because of the ankle. Like I feel obligated to pick Tafik. 9 months ago is not a long time for an ankle that snapped in half.
It's not.
If he comes, dude, if Tafik is smart and he starts leg kicking him, he's fucked. Tafik's got good
Tofik
grappling.
will cheat to win. He will cheat to win. The fight against Bahamondes probably could have lost that, but he had that egregious fence grab in round 2, which kept him on his feet, kept him alive. Um, and the ref didn't care. He will cheat to win. Ludovic Klein will try to strike from the outside, start to move away, and I just think Tofik's going to push him against the cage, pressure in, and we're at a spot where wrestling is going to matter. Uh, I just see Tofik winning this. I think the minutes of grappling, the moments of probably hammer fists on the ground are going to be what wins Tofik here. I think he probably picks up a decision because Klein does stay pretty safe. Dude's not really getting knocked out much as of recent. But yeah, I just think Tofik's going to be coming in with a grapple heavy mindset, and Klein's going to pick up probably a decision loss because of it.
Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing. I'm thinking the same thing. Tafik probably by decision.
This might be the first decision we've had all cards before.
Probably. I think so. I think there's gonna be a lot of finishes. You go ahead and break this one down. I don't have a ton of info on these two. They're both debut. I think they're both debuters.
1 second, my freaking computer is a little messing up right now.
Yep, it's Milos Jancic versus Noah Unknown.
Oh, Milos. All right, guys. I don't know why everyone's on Noah this week. I thought we learned we don't bet the effing French. We don't do it. We learned that with Ziam. Ziam screwed all of us out of lots of money. Every one of us. We do not bet the
Axel
French.
Sola.
Listen, when it comes to French or quitters, then you pick the French, all right? You pick the French over
Zero
a quitter.
gone.
Cheater. He cheated. He didn't win that fight. He cheated.
Isn't that why we're picking Tafik?
Yeah. But still, gotten cheated. That's why he won. But you don't bet the French. You don't bet the French. You don't do it. All right. BSD Patty. Those who bet BSD, they found out. All right. You don't bet the even in France, the French can't win. They just can't do it. Milos, 19 wins, 19 finishes. This man is here to kill you. He wants to knock your head off or choke you out. He wants the fans to cheer his name. He does not want boring fights. How can you bet against a guy who doesn't want boring fights? What I will say is he might be a can crusher. Yeah, it might be. Noah does have the better competition-wise. He's kind of always fighting on his levels, like 9-1, 9-1, something like that. Milos is kind of, fighting 26-16 guys. Guys like 4-11-ish.
4-11.
I might be making that one up. I'm scrolling through right now. Let's see, 8-7, 11-8, 14-5, 4-4, 7-9. So is maybe a can crusher, a 9-7. Compared to like Noah, who's actually still fighting on his level around the level he should be. Like Noah's actually fighting guys that are 9-1, 6-1, 4-1, but 10-3-1.
Good grappling.
Yes, I get it, but I just think Milos is gonna be like both these guys have been knocked out before. Let me just say that they both have been knocked out. They both have been put down in the same round. It was round 2. Both these guys seem to turn it up just a notch in round 2. It's just who do you trust? Who do you want to pick more? And I'm gonna be on the side of the guy who has 19 finishes. Even if they're against cans, it's built his confidence a little bit. He hasn't. I'm slowly trying to talk. I'm gonna make sure I don't talk myself into the French here. I gotta be careful with my words. I don't think he loses this. I don't. not an old dude. He's gonna be taller. He's gonna have the reach advantage. This should be all Milos. And we're gonna learn Saturday. Again, why we never bet the French. There are some exceptions, but we don't bet the French. Don't do it. There should not be one bet in anybody's parlays that says Noah.
Oh man.
Anywhere in there. You can have both fighters' names or you can have Milos. Not one of those bets should say Noah. Not one. Not one.
So on that note, I'm picking Noah to win. And I'm as serious as a heart attack. I just think from the tape I saw, I just think he's the better fighter. I think he's bigger. Not bigger, but I think like thicker. Like girthier, you know what I mean? Meatier. And I think both these dudes bang hard as fuck. And I think this is gonna be a crazy fight regardless. But I think Noah is just slightly dude, like, I think he's just more well-rounded. I think he's got better wrestling and grappling, and I think he can get this to the ground, and I think he could ground and pound him. I don't think hand crushing helps you that much. I think fighting people that are as good as you or better helps you. This is another one where I'm going to want to see them facing off, but I think my early lead, I'm picking Noah, probably by KO.
I will say one of these fighters is probably getting KO'd in round 2. They both turned
Yeah,
it up.
no, this should be, honestly, might be fight of the night. Might be a good fight. I know both these dudes are going to be coming to bang, so this is definitely one you're going to want to pay attention to. And then one you might not want to blink for, because you might miss the whole goddamn thing. Viasto Seppo going up against Gilbert Urbina. What do you got for this one, Brody?
I got Seppo getting a knockout.
Yes, sir.
I will say, though, this dude just charges forward, throws hooks.
Look at that picture.
Until he gassed out, and then he will hold you against the cage until he has some wind back in him, then repeatedly throw hooks like crazy again until he's gassed, and he'll hold you against the cage. That's his whole game plan. That's it. That's Chepo's game plan. And I think Urbina's going to play into it. Urbina's going to get knocked out. All right. Knocked out by Chuck Buff, knocked out by Medic. He's coming out back-to-back knockouts. There's going to be a third one. Chepo's going to come in and just lay out Urbina. Just lay him out probably round 1. I don't see this getting out of round 1. But that's what Chepo's going to do. He's going to come in and he's going to throw hooks. Like a wind-up toy.
Just give me 1 second.
But he's also going to be the hometown favorite. He's a minus 300 favorite, which is kind of insane for a debuter. And is this the first fight on the main card? Or just the prelim? Oh, dude, my computer sucks.
I'm back. Gilbert Urbina sucks.
Yes, he does.
No, this is not fight of the night. It's not what I want to do. This is this is on the main card. This is a second fight on the main card. Milos is the first fight on the main card. What? What?
Tofik? This is weird.
They could have had Oliveira and Oban. They could have had Tofik and Ludovic.
Yeah, they could have did this a lot better.
Literally any of these other fights. Bogdan and Bazooka could have been on there. Rebecca Prepelek could have opened it. What? That's crazy. It's because it's a hometown guy.
Well, no, not even.
Milos?
No, but Noah's from France.
Yeah, but Milos.
Oh, but still.
Montenegro, it's got to be over there somewhere. I'm so bad with geography, but that's got to be over there somewhere. Yeah, look at that picture. That's crazy.
But no, Chepo easily knocks out Urbina.
Yeah, round one.
This should be quick and easy.
Like, don't blink. There should be a really quick fight. There's a reason they're putting that one on the main card. Moving up. Been back and forth on this one for a little bit. We got Dusko Todorovic. Oh my god, I can't talk. Going up against Robert Valentin. Dusko coming in at a plus 135. Robert coming in at a minus 160. Dusko is 2-3 in his last 5. Coming off a rear naked choke submission over Jose Medina. Before that, he lost a decision to Zach Reese, which I don't really rate Zach Reese that high, but some people do. So look at that loss as you will. It was a decision. Before that, he lost to Mansour Abdul Malik, big power puncher. Before that, he lost to CLD, a big power puncher. Both in round one. Going up against Robert Valentin, who I will say right now is a quitter. I understand it was to a table, but he is a quitter. Joins the UFC, gets knocked out by Ryan Loder, loses a decision to Torres Finney, who I rate super duper low. I do not like Torres Finney at all. Ateba knocked him out in the first round. He literally gave up, just curled up into a ball. Came back, got a rear naked choke over Julian LeBlanc, who sucks. A 10-6 fighter. I think Dusko's fought the better competition. I know he's lost to them, but you know, Chitty, G-Rod, CLD, like, he's just. I don't like the Punahele. I don't like that. I don't like that, but that was 5 years ago. Shit happens. But he's fought the better competition consistently too. And I don't think Robert Valentin's a big power puncher that's going to come in and knock him out in the first round. Decision, like, I don't know. Dusko, I guess Dusko could knock him out. Robert's a quitter if he starts getting pressured. Fuck it, give me Dusko KO. Or sub. Give me Dusko. I don't know. Dusko right now. I don't know what method. Yeah, you know what? Dusko sub.
I am backpacking off of that. I'm taking Dusko sub as well. I was high on Torres Finney when Finney came into the UFC. I'm like, this dude won every way you could possibly win a contender series. You gotta give him
That was like his biggest point for why he liked him so much. We used to go back and forth on Torres Finney so much. Watch the old videos from like January and February.
I was high on Finney, and the Valentine fight, he kind of went me down. And then the Malkoun fight, I don't know what you want to rate that. He kind of tore everything in his knee right when that fight started. Showed his toughness. He didn't quit. At least Finney's not a quitter. We can say that about him. I mean, getting knocked out by Ateba, losing to Loder. Loder's not that high of a level of grappler either. I think Dusko is probably a better grappler in submission aspect than Loder is, and Loder was able to get him down, hold him, and TKO him. Who the hell is Julian LeBlanc? Like, I remember that fight. I just don't know who the hell Julian LeBlanc really was or is. And I might never know because I don't think that dude's going to be anything big in the UFC. Dusko, like you said, is fighting the better competition all the time. And Julian LeBlanc's he's a French, not a French, Canadian. Could be a Canadian Frenchman. You don't pick those guys. Yeah, Dusko. Dusko should definitely get the sub. I think one of these guys finds a sub. Robert's good at grappling as well. He will spam the leg kicks, Valentine. He will spam those like there's no tomorrow. But yeah, I just think Dusko's gonna have a little bit more of the grappling edge and gets that submission win over Valentine because I do think Valentine's kind of tough. Like, it was a TKO win against Ateba. He was running that whole fight. He didn't really get like knocked out.
Yeah.
So he's still kind of durable, we could say, but I think a submission is going to be probably the best way just to put him out.
And who knows,
if
if the sub gets locked in, he might not try to fight it too much because he is a quitter.
That is true.
Like, I understand it's a table, but You gotta go out fucking swinging, man. If you're a UFC fighter, like you gotta go out swinging. You can't be crawling up in a ball inside the octagon. Like you're given
Well,
an opportunity that so many people would kill for and go hungry for. You can't be crawling up in a ball like that.
we're about to see how if he's a quitter or not, or how much of a dog he is, because it looks like they use Dusko as a little bit of a measuring stick. If you can get by
Yep,
Dusko, you might have a chance.
yep, they do, and
Because
I don't
Jose
think he
Medina
passes it.
was subbed out 10 months ago by him.
Yeah, I think
Winning
Dusko's
by
finding a
submission and
sub.
not fighting 10 months is kind of crazy.
Yeah. Well, no, 10 months is like a normal.
Yeah, but Valentine won by sub 3 months ago and he's back.
Yeah,
We're also
everyone's
we're in
different.
Serbia, right? Belarus is in Serbia? Yeah, it is. Okay, yeah. So Dusko's gonna be the hometown guy. He's not gonna have to travel far for this fight at all.
Yeah.
Um, Valentine's gonna be coming from Switzerland. Okay, not. I thought he was from America. Boy, am I stupid. Yeah. Give me Dusko. Dusko
Yeah,
by sub. I like the call.
Disco sub. You want to start this one or me? Because we disagree on this one.
I'll start it. Marcin Tybura and Alexander Rakic. Rakic coming up a weight class to the heavyweight division, and Marcin Tybura is here to welcome him at the gate. I am a big Tybura believer. Rakic has lost his last 4 fights, 3 of them in which he was knocked out in, and I get it. It was Yuri. It was Azamat. It was these hard-hitting guys. Marcin Tybura is not that hard of a puncher. No, but he's got a nice jab, and he knows how to grapple. Now, I don't like. For all we know, Rakic's chin could hold up here. It could be a little bit stronger. Maybe, maybe it's not. We don't know how bad his chin really is until we see him. Well, we don't know how bad his chin is at heavyweight until we see him fight at heavyweight. And Marcin Tybura, most recent fight with Tyrell Fortune, you could arguably say he won that fight. You could literally say he won that fight
Dep-
because they gave it to him.
Depends how fast you cashed out on your sports book.
Yeah, they gave it to him, and they took it away like 2 fights later. Um,
That
it's
was nuts.
crazy. He does have a doctor stoppage win over Jonathan Deniz. He has a decision win over Mick Parkin. I'm holding on to the Tybura will get down Rakic. He will control him. Tybura is a real heavyweight. Tibura's I want to say sub, but he hasn't got a submission win since 2024 against Tai Tuivasa. So it could go to just a grapple heavy decision with some jabs scored on the side of Tybura because I feel like Rakic will just be jumping into him. Rakic should be the taller and more rangy fight. Oh, they have the same reach. Holy crap. Oh, they're almost the same height too. I
Yeah,
don't believe that. Um, yeah, no. I need to see what Rakic really looks like at heavyweight.
same.
But
That's where I'm
I'm
at.
I'm a Tybura guy. I'm a Tybura believer. I'm sticking with Marcin Tybura because I've been talked out of him too many times, and it's hurt me every time I've been talked out. So I'm sticking with my guys from now on. Marcin Tybura, submission.
And I'm on the complete flip side of that. I'm on Alexander Rakic by KO. I think he's going to. I'm guessing he's going to come in around 238. Um, he's going to have the Letterman skill. He was fighting much, much, much more technical fighters at light heavyweight than he will ever have to face at heavyweight in this era. Um, I think him not having to cut any weight is going to help his cardio, which hasn't really ever been a problem. Hasn't really ever been a problem. I think it's going to help his chin, which has been a problem. But it's been a problem against dudes that throw missiles. That's how people are getting him out of there. He lost a decision to Ank, but everybody loses a decision to Ank, except for Bogdan, which was the weirdest KO I've ever seen in my life. That really shouldn't have even been a KO. That was stupid. Um, but I don't think he's losing to bad people, you know, and they're big power hitters that are just shutting his lights off. Marcin's not going to do that, and I'm just banking on the fact that he's going to have the Letterman skill. They're in a big cage. I think he's going to be able to float around the octagon. I think there's going to be times where Tybura has him smothered against the octagon, but I'm just having faith that he's able to break off, and I think he's going to have no problem picking apart Tybura, and it's just 100,000% comes down to, is Tybura able to get his hands on him and hold him, or is Rakic able to stay away from him? Like, I'm not blind to the fact that Tybura is going to be bigger than him and could have just hold him down. We could see a boring decision. We could see a head and arm choke. Like, but I think Rakic's going to have the Letterman skill here, and I'm going Rakic KO. I think he's going to work the body really good. I think he whips really nasty body kicks. And I think he was doing, besides the fight against Mirzakhanov or whoever it was, that Russian dude, I think he was looking pretty good in his fights before he got shut off. I know everybody looks good against Yuri, but like he really was looking really good against Yuri. He really, really was.
You know what's weird? If you look good against Yuri in the beginning of the fight, you usually lose it. If you look bad against Yuri at the beginning of the fight, you seem to somehow win it.
Yeah.
Because Navajo, not Navajo, I'm looking at his name, that's why I said it. Friggin' Allberg.
I wish
Yeah,
they
he
would
looked
feed
like
him to Yuri.
crap. Allberg looked like crap at the start of that fight.
Like before he blew his leg out?
No, like right when he blew his leg out. He looked like shit.
True, yeah.
No,
And then he shut his lights out. The worse you look against him.
the better it becomes for you for some reason.
It's like a rain stick, and the MMA god just wait to flip it. Like, Khalil's doing pretty good. That sucks. Rakic is doing pretty good. That sucks. But yeah, we're split on this one.
Another fight. So is that the second one of the night? Yeah, second we're split. Third we're split.
Yeah.
All right.
There's 3 this week.
Because I think we agree on these 2.
Yep. And I can't believe how many people we disagree with on this next one, dude. We got Jan Blachowicz going up against very, very short notice Navajo Sterling. Navajo Sterling. All right, let's start with Jan. We'll start with Jan here. I know everybody here knows Jan. I know he's 43 years old. I will preface with that. But Jan's the man. The Polish power is real. Coming off a draw to Bogdan Guskov, which I understand Bogdan's stock is at an all-time low. But it was a hell of a fight, and he showed durability and recoverability. Before that, he lost the decision to the former champion Carlos Ulberg. Before that, he lost a split decision to Alex Pereira, which was a very, 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 very close fight. You absolutely could have given that to Jan. You could say that they gave it to Poatan because of how much they were trying to push him up at the time. Before that, split decision to Ank. And I understand I was the one just saying draws are not wins. Yada, 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 yada. But look who he's fighting. Look who he's fighting. Dominic Reyes, Israel Adesanya, Glover Teixeira, Alexander Rakic, Magomed Ankalaev, Alex Pereira, Carlos Ulberg, Bogdan Guskov. Like he's fighting the best of the best of the best and some of the best to ever do it. To ever do it hands down. Navajo Sterling's best win is now Ion, would you say? Kudalaba? And he almost got subbed out in the first round of that fight. He's touted to be this big, devastating, power-punching serial killer when he joins the UFC. And it took him one, 2, 3 fights before he finally got a knockout over Bruno Lopez. And it took him to the second round. And then he gets a knockout over Ion in the second round. It was another weird stoppage where Ion just kind of quit. And he almost lost in the first round. He almost got subbed out. Like, I understand there's a 15-year age gap here, but Jan's that dude, and Jan's going to be blasting leg kicks early, and he's going to hurt Sterling early with those leg kicks, and he has no problem wrestling. And Navajo clearly had a gap in the wrestling. I don't know if I'm remembering right, but I think the only reason he didn't get subbed out is because the bell rang. Like, he was in a bad position in that fight. I'll have to rewatch it, but Navajo has not impressed me at all, even with his 2 finishes. They did not impress me at all. Jan is miles above him, and I think Jan has no problem winning a decision here.
100% agree with everything you said, even though I didn't hear it.
I know you. I know you would agree regardless.
Yep. Um, Jan should win this easily. Jan's IQ in this sport is unbelievably high. This dude's going to split decisions with Ank and Pajeda.
Oh, sorry, I forgot to mention the most important factor of this entire thing. Navajo Sterling's fighting him on like a 1 or 2 week short notice.
Yeah, like 2 weeks.
He said he was on a bender. He said he was in the middle of a bender when they called him. That's good to go fight Polish Power.
Navajo also said that this will be a very boring fight. A lot of feints, he said. So I'm not expecting Navajo to come out here and get a knockout. He's gonna try to Carlos Ulberg Jan,
Not knocking him out.
and he's not on the level of Ulberg. Ulberg has power that I haven't seen from Navajo Sterling. Yes, Sterling put away Bruno Lopez. Again, you should put away Bruno Lopez. You should have did it faster than round 2. He put away Kutelaba, but that was a very weird one. I still don't know how I feel about that. It was in round 2 again. I did hit some money off of it, but I don't. That was just a weird stoppage to me. Like, Jan looked hurt in the stomach. I know it could have been a body shot. It seemed a little delayed. I don't know. It was just weird to me. But looking at his competition, and then you look at Jan's competition, Jan's dominant. He's fighting the highest of highest competition you can fight. You're not just gonna come in off a bender in a week's notice. Even though Jan's 43, this dude knows what the hell he's doing. Like, you got a rookie right here. You got Navajo Sterling rookie coming in to take on, like, master of the dojo himself.
Yeah, like his fucking sensei.
I don't see a world where Navajo can come in and do this. Coming off a bender, a week's notice, dude has pillow hands. He's not getting finishes where he should. He said he's going to be a lot of feinting, and if you want to play Jan's game of kickboxing, he's going to make you regret it.
He's gonna
'Cause
blast the legs.
the reason Alberg and Pereira both won their decisions is because they had power. And Jan was a little scared of the power. He had to recalculate some things and make sure when he went in, he wasn't getting hit because he didn't want to get put down. Navajo doesn't have power. Big body, no power. Jan, dude, I want to say decision because Jan's so old, he could be very careful. And Navajo said he wanted to make this a lot of feinting.
I almost think he
But
gets
the
him
power's
though.
the last to go. And
I know,
but
dude. I know. What if he gets him?
what if he subs him?
That'd be nasty. Eon almost did, and Jan's got way better grappling than him.
Jan's grappling's amazing, and I don't know if big city kickboxing over there train much grappling.
Oh,
They
you mean
probably
Dan
train,
Hooker? Oh, you mean Israel Adesanya?
They definitely train try to staying up and like keeping it on the feet, but I don't think they train what the hell to do once you're on the ground.
No, they're specialists in kickboxing. That's why.
Yeah, and I think Jan's a specialist everywhere at this point. He's gonna stay safe. His IQ's amazing. I like Jan. It's either a decision or a submission, and dude, I think it's gonna be a sub. I think Sterling's gonna get tired, but he's so big, he just might be durable. And I mean, 3 rounds.
Do not be
All right.
afraid to just play the Jan money line when we're actually talking bets too, guys, because
Based,
great value.
I'm just taking off a base of what Sterling said. I'm gonna go with Jan to win by a decision.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It's 3 rounds too.
Yeah, you're thinking decision too.
Yep.
All right, yeah, with
I think like dominant, like 29, 28, 29, 28, 30, 27 type decision.
I
like,
would not be shocked at all if Jan subs him or knocks him out.
yeah.
I don't think Sterling's the greatest. I think he's starting to believe his own hype, and that's going to be his downfall.
Yeah. I'll probably just be playing the money line because it's great value already.
It's amazing value.
Yeah. But we'll talk all that stuff later in the week. Moving up, we got Uros Medic going up against D-Rod, fresh out of prison, first day out, baby boy, coming off a 9-month stint in a Mexico City prison for an ounce of marijuana, unfortunately. That really fucking sucks for him, all jokes aside. But while he was sitting in prison, Uros Medic was training and knocking out Jeff Neal in the first round. And Uros, 13-3 in his professional career. Like I said, coming off that big knockout of Jeff Neal in the first round was nasty. Before that, coming off a knockout to Muslim Salikov, another great knockout. Before that, knockout to Gilbert Urbina, as you should. Another one where I don't like the loss to Punahele Soriano, but Punahele is one of those fighters where you just have kind of a random good performance. So I don't think about it too much. D-Rod, only real great win, I guess, would be that Kevin Holland performance, honestly. Like, Santiago Ponzinibbio's washed. Alex Morono's not that great. Lost to Kelvin Gastelum, lost to Ian Gary, lost to Neil Magny. So he's fought good guys. He was a big underdog. I think he was like a plus 500 against Kevin Holland or something. He was a huge underdog. But that's Kevin Holland, who's also just a complete hit or miss fighter. So you can't rate it all too crazy. Kevin either shows up or he doesn't. Uros, big power in the first round, doesn't really carry it through the whole fight. The later this fight goes, honestly, the more I think it favors D-Rod. I don't think this fight goes late, though. I think Uros is getting him out of there in the first or second round. Give me Uros by KO.
100% agree with you. Yeah, Midik's chin can be touched pretty early, but he usually gets back up. Like that one time he did it against Punahele was just perfect uppercut right on the jaw. I'm pretty sure it was either an uppercut or a right on the jaw, and it just dropped him. Um,
Right hook.
it was a right, yeah, okay, and it just dropped him. Now, I thought Jeff Neal would have knocked out Medic
I did
because
too.
I'm thinking Jeff Neal hits like a truck. Medic's chin's pretty weak, and we saw what happened. His chin held up. I then, after that fight, saw a bunch of clips from Medic's training. And oh my god, this man trains his hands to go as fast as they effing possibly can.
He was getting cracked by Neil, too, and he was eating it.
He was eating the shots, but Medic, his hand speed is freaking insane.
How does he
And he
train
does
it?
Dude, you got to watch the videos. He's like throwing balls at walls, catching them as fast as he can, and throwing them right back. It's almost like juggling, but well, it's
Like
crazy.
against the
It's
wall.
kind of.
Yeah, I'll have to watch it. It's cool. He's very
I
fucking,
thought
very fast.
saw some of it, like his IQ too is pretty good in there. He's not dumb. He got caught by Puna in the first minute of the first 30 seconds. He got caught by Puna. Probably first 10. I don't think Medic even threw a punch that fight. Um, but I just think Medic is gonna come out here and he's just gonna rock D-Rod. Like D-Rod's been gone for too long. He was locked up. You're not gonna get much training while in prison. Your cardio's not gonna be there. Granted, the longer this goes, it could favor D-Rod, but it also could wear out his cardio. This is gonna be one of the weirdest fights because cardio for D-Rod's probably not gonna be the greatest. Medic's cardio could be okay, but it all depends on how fast he dumps it using his speed and power, which is probably going to be freaking quick because this man likes to just dump in round one. But I'm favoring Medic to get a round 1 or 2 K, probably around 1 KO, honestly,
Yeah.
like his last 3 fights. It's just D-Rod is kind of tough,
That's the only
but
reason
not.
I said maybe round 2 is I'm giving him some respect, but Medic's
But
so
he's also
fast, man.
Medic is also so willing to engage. He forces the fight,
Yeah.
and he's not going to want to grapple. He just wants to strike. Uh, I just see this go with Medic's way. They built this card around him. They want to give him a win here. D-Rod coming out of jail just seems like to
He has connections
UFC.
to the cartel now too from jail. So what if they're like, "Hey, throw this fight"?
Yeah, could be it too.
I know that's like
Uh,
super tinfoil hat, but
this would be a bad one for him to throw, considering he's the underdog. They might want to wait till he's a favorite and be like, throw the fight. So I will that might be something to note
unless
eventually.
they're hammering down the medic KO.
True. I mean, round one is already at a plus 100, but he's a minus 330. Oh, wait, what's? Let me double check that round one KO for Medic real quick. I know we're not on the Friday show, guys. And I know the show's gone longer than usual, but hang on. Hang on. I just need to see this. Medic KO round one is a plus 100. Round two is plus 600.
Woo!
The bookies
Yeah.
are saying it happens round one, or it basically doesn't happen.
Damn. Yeah. Follow
They
the
got
trend,
D-Rod.
right?
Dude, D-Rod could KO him as well. D-Rod round one KO is a plus 1050. Medic gets dropped pretty easily if you touch his chin.
There's a
Ravina
unit
dropped him.
on that.
It's worth a sprinkle. We'll talk more when it comes to that bet, but
Damn. Yeah, we got a lot of nice ones for
we
this
bet
week.
what we pick, guys. We
Yep.
parlay what we bet and pick. I will have bets laid down on Medic because I am taking him to win by around 1 KO.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And we will definitely be sprinkling a unit on D-Rod to win.
Yes.
Round 1 KO.
Yes. Because that was the
But,
first thing we mentioned was Medic's chin, so
Yeah, I think we both have that. This fight ends probably around 1 KO.
yeah. I guarantee you. Oh, can you check real quick? What are the round props? Is it under 1.5? I guarantee it is. It's a 5-round fight, so that's
Yes.
nuts. Yep.
Under 1.5 is minus 200. So yeah, this is a Medic fight. Then.
That's
If this is going
crazy.
under, it's Medic.
Yeah.
He has to win. But all right, guys. That's
Yeah.
all I got.
I think that's that for that one, guys and gals. So, as always, thank y'all so much for hanging out. Do not forget to like, comment, subscribe. Help us out with the algorithm. We are finally starting to close in on 100 subs, and we have some new stuff coming for you guys, so be on the lookout for that. So, as always, thank you so much for hanging out. It's been a good one, and we will see y'all Friday.